In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to set up your order bump in System.io so your order bump will work how you need it to and send the products to the customers that purchased the order bump and not send it to the customers that didn't purchase the order bump. Now, I'm also going to show you how to set up your order bumps regardless of what type of product you're selling, whether it's a course, an ebook, a software product, an audio file, or anything like that. So regardless of what type of product you're trying to sell with your order bump, this video should have you covered. Hi, my name is Steve from entrepreneurial.com, and if you get value out of this video, then please do like, share and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot and I really appreciate it. Now, let's get into the video. Okay, so here we are inside of System.io. Now, in order to set up your order bump, you need to first, of course, come over to the funnel that you want to work on. So in the funnels tab, select the funnel that you want to work on. If you haven't yet set up your funnel or you don't know how to set up a sales funnel, then I'm going to leave a link in the description below this video to a full tutorial step-by-step to show you exactly how to set up a sales funnel. Now, with that being said, I'm going to work on this funnel here, test sales funnel, to show you how to set up the order bump. Now, inside the sales funnel, this particular sales funnel has an order form, an upsell page, downsell page, and a thank you page. So the order bump is going to be added to the order form. So you have to have this particular type of page to add the order bump. You can't add an order bump to any type of page, like a thank you page or a squeeze page, for example. It has to be an order form page. So I currently already have an order form page set up in this funnel. But if you don't know how to add the order form page, all you do is come down to the bottom here where it says add step, click on this, and then first you'll name your page. And then from type, you have a drop-down menu with lots of different page types you can add to your funnel. So then under sales, you have this option here called order form. Click on this and then you click the save button. This page, the order form page, will then be added to your funnel steps. Then you can just drag and reorder and move the page around where you want it in your funnel. So then now with the order form page selected, come over to the far right where we've got the edit button, edit page button. This is now going to bring us into the page editor for this order form. And as you can see, it's just a basic template of an order form. I haven't actually done anything with it at all. But now we're going to add the order bump, and I can pretty much add the order bump more or less to anywhere I like on the page. So to find the order bump element to then bring into our page, come over to the sidebar menu under elements and scroll down to the payments section, and then here we have the element for the order bump. Now if you click and hold, you can then drag this order bump anywhere you want pretty much on the page. So if I were to put it right here, for example, after the person filled out their contact information and before the credit card information, we can then introduce our order bump to our customer. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to edit this on the front end now, and then I'll show you how to set it up on the back end. So you'll actually be able to connect this to a product that will be delivered to the customer if the customer purchases this order bump. But then if the customer chooses not to purchase your order bump, but they do continue and purchase the main product you're selling on this page, you want to make sure that in that case that of course the customer receives the main product they purchased, but in that case they don't receive the order bump because they haven't purchased it. So don't make the mistake of setting this up wrong where you're actually sending the order bump without realizing to every customer, regardless if they buy it or not. So please do follow along and watch the rest of the steps in this video to make sure you're setting this up right. So now, first of all, I'll show you the easy part, which is editing this on the front end. So clicking on the order form element here, we'll see in the left sidebar, the options change now. So now we have options to edit the order bump element. So the first part here where it says bump name, it says, yes, I want it. Here is where you can change the headline text of your order form. You'd write something like, introduce your product, tell them the price, and then here underneath here is where we can edit the text. So you do this directly inside the box by highlighting the text and write about your product here. Okay, so as simple as that. And then in the sidebar menu, we've got other options. If we want to change the font size, change the colors here, you can adjust the margin by bringing this down a little bit, or if you want to space it out at the bottom so it's not on top of that page information headline, so you can just space it out a bit more there. You can add shadows to it as well if you wanted to add perhaps a hard shadow, make it stand out a little bit more. And if you want to change the style of the box from a dashed line or a dotted line or a solid line and so on. So you can edit and customize the box to look how you want it to. And then once you've got your order bump looking how you want it to look on the front end, click Save Changes, and then we're going to go back to our funnel steps. Now this is the important part. As we can see, we're still on the order form. The order form is selected here. And under step configuration, we want to scroll down to the bottom to add the order bump. We need to click this button here. By clicking on this button, now we've got extra options here. And System.io is first of all asking us if we're selling a digital product or a physical product. Now, firstly, let me just cover physical products. If you are selling a physical product, you'd click on the physical products option here. But first of all, you'd need to have your physical product set up under the tab at the top here, products, physical products. So I click on this. I don't actually sell physical products at the moment in my business, but if you do, and this is the type of product you wanted to sell on your order bump, you need to come to this page. So it's products, physical products. You need to click on the create button. And now here you need to fill out the information about your physical product, give it a name, description, SKU number, give it the pricing, add the images, and then click save. And then your physical product is now listed inside of system.io. Now, once that's done, let's come back to our funnel. And on the order form under step configuration, we are under the order bump category, under physical products here. Now here from the drop down menu, because we've already set up that physical product in the physical products area, that physical product will now be selected or will now show on this drop down menu. And then you just select that physical product from this list. So that's quite straightforward for the physical product. But now I'm going to show you digital products because this is where it gets a little bit more complex. So for digital products, of course, select digital product here. And now we've got two options. We've got resources and price plans. So first of all, let's deal with the resources part. Come over to the far right and click on the plus button. Now from this drop down menu here, we've got four options, which are courses, course bundles, tags, or communities. So essentially, it looks like System.io is only giving us the options to sell a course or a course bundle or access to a community. But what about if you're selling with your order bump a software product or an audio file or an ebook or a checklist or something like that? You can do it. It's just not straightforward. So I'm going to show you the workaround for that in a moment. But before I show you that, I'm going to show you how to set up a course. And the steps I'm going to show you now for a course is exactly the same steps if you're selling a course bundle or community. Okay, so I'll show you this, and then I'll show you the steps you need to take for the other types of products I just mentioned. So first of all, we're selling a course with this order bump. I'm going to click on courses. And now we have a new drop-down menu appear here. And from this drop-down menu, it's going to show me the courses I already currently have set up in my System.io account. And these courses are set up underneath the products tab, then underneath courses. So if you haven't yet got your course set up on System.io, you need to do that first by clicking on this button here, heading over to the courses area, and then clicking on this button here to add a new course. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the funnel, and on the order form, we're under step configuration. So we've got the order bump here. We're on digital product and resources. So this is where we were. So we're selling a course, and the course we're going to sell is, let's just say it's this one here, demo course. And now I get an additional drop-down menu appear here. So if I click on this, it's going to ask me what access type I want to give to the customer when they purchase. So my options are full access, partial access, or drip content. So partial access would be, for example, if you only wanted to give access to a certain number of modules and not the whole course. And drip content is if you want to drip that content out over a particular time period. For example, if you wanted to give them module 1 instantly and then unlock module 2 for them after week 1 and then unlock module 3 for them after week 2 and so on. But for this demo, I'm just going to select full access. And now we've got more options here. So it's asking me, do I want to grant access on a specific date? So I'm just going to leave that to off, which means that they'll get access to the course immediately upon purchase. And then this option here is, do I want to expire their access after a certain amount of days? So for example, if you've sold this course on the premise that they only get access to it for 30 days, then you'd select this and then choose how many days you want them to have access to. Or if it's a lifetime access course, you just leave this off and then click save. And now we need to set up the price plan. So come over to the far right and click on this plus for prices. And now from the drop down here, we can choose a type of pricing plan we want. So if it's a one-time payment or a subscription or a payment plan. So I'm just going to do a one-time payment. And now here I can choose either one of my existing price plans I've already set up, or if I want to create a new one for this particular product, just click on this button here. It says create new. And now here you'll name the price plan. So this is what will appear on the order form. So for example, if we have a look at that order form here, it currently says price plan example, and then it says free for 30 days, then €8 per month. So this is what will be displayed on the order form as the price plan name here. And then you name the price plan that will be displayed in your dashboard so you can see it from the inside of your System.io account. I usually just keep it the same. And then the statement descriptor, this is really important. This is what it will say on your customer's bank statement. When they receive the bank statement, you want them to see clearly what this purchase was for, because the last thing you want is them to not recognize or remember the purchase and then call their credit card company to do a chargeback on that product just because they couldn't remember they purchased it. So just make sure that's very clear to the customer what this product is. And usually, in most cases, just name it the product name of whatever it is you're selling. And then the customer should know when they look at their bank statement that, oh yes, that was me that made that purchase. And then under price plan type, select here. It's asking us again if it's a one-time payment, subscription, or payment plan. So I'm just going to select one-time payment, and then you enter your amount and say whatever it is, whatever the cost of that product is, and then click save. And then your price plan will be set up. And in fact, your whole order bump now will be set up to sell this particular course. So then what will happen is once the customer makes the purchase on the front end here, and they have checked this check mark to state that they want to purchase this order bump, System.io will then automatically send the customer an email on your behalf with the access to that course. So that's straightforward. And this will work also exactly the same way as if you were selling a course bundle, or access to a community. But now, what if you're not selling one of these types of digital products, but instead you're selling an ebook or a software product or an audio file or something like that? So this is what you need to do in that case. So now I'm just going to delete these what I've set up so far and start from the beginning, go back, because I think it's just going to be much clearer for me to show you from the beginning with these types of products. So again, we're on the order form, we're under the step configuration. Now we come down to the bottom to add our order bump, and now you still check the digital product option, and now you still get the resources and prices options. But now, first of all, to add our resource from this drop down, we don't have those resources. Like if it's, let's say we're selling an ebook, we don't have ebook listed here. So what do? First thing we need to do is add a tag. And we're going to set up a tag in our account that will tag all our customers that purchase this order bump. So then inside our System.io account, we'll know exactly which customers have purchased this order bump and which customers haven't. Now, I recommend you do that with every product you sell. I would always add a tag so then I can clearly see from my back end which customers have bought what. And it's very easy then for me to follow up specifically with individual customers based on what they've purchased in the past. So now we get an option to add a tag. So I already have other tags set up that I use in my business. But for this example, I'm going to show you how to set up a tag first of all, and then we'll select that tag to be associated with this order bump product. So we're going to come over to the top menu here. It says Contacts Tags. And then under the tags here, we can click on this button to create a new tag. So typically I'll just name this tag, the product's name, whatever the product is called, because then it's just clear and easy to see which customer bought that product. But let's just say, for this example, we're selling an ebook and I'm going to call it ebook order bump tag. Okay, so that's just for you and me to clearly see what this tag is about, and then we can assign it to the order bump in our sales funnel. So we're going to come back to the sales funnel. We're on the order form, we're under step configuration. Scroll down, add the order bump, digital product, and now resources. So this is where we left off. And we're going to select our tag. And now from the drop-down menu, that tag that I just created should now be listed in this drop-down menu. If you don't see it here at first, you might just need to refresh the page. Sometimes it takes a minute or two just to show up in your list. So I named this tag ebook order bump demo. I think that's what I named it. So it's not here. So if I just refresh the page and now try again, come down, we're on the order form, step configuration, add my order bump, digital product, resources, select the tag. And then from the drop-down menu, it should now be listed here. There it is. It's the bottom ebook order bump tag. So click save. Now we've set the tag up. What will happen is at this point, when a customer opts on our order form to add this order bump to their order by checking this checkbox, System.io will apply this tag to that customer. But now what we need to do is we want System.io to then deliver that ebook to the customer automatically for us. So how do we do that? What we need to do is we need to come over to this option in the top menu called Automations, and we will come to Workflows. And now under Workflows, click on the Create button, and we're going to name our workflow. Now, for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to call it Order Bump Demo. But you name it whatever you want, so you can clearly know what this workflow is related to. Typically, I'll name it around that product that I'm actually selling on the order bump. So click Save, and now here is our workflow set up. You need to click now on the name of the workflow you've just set up. And now here, we can actually now create that workflow. So basically, it's asking us to create a trigger. So what do you actually want this workflow to do? If I click on this plus button, I've got options here, which are action, decision, or delay. So the option we want to choose is action. And now from this drop-down menu, the action is apply a tag. And the tag we're going to apply is that tag we've just set up, which is the ebook order bump tag. Click create. So the next part of the workflow we want to set up is we want to assign an action to this tag. So this will all make sense in a minute, so stick with me. So once this tag is applied to the customer, what we want to have happen is we want an email sent to that customer with the link for them to download that ebook. So if I click on this button here, we then click action again, and then from the drop-down menu, the action we want to have happen is send an email. And then choose this option here to create a new email. And then first thing we're going to do is to write the subject line for that email. So I'd say something like, here's your product name access. And product name, of course, I just replace that for the actual product name so the customer knows once that arrives in their inbox, they know exactly what this email is about. Click save and edit. And now it's going to open this email into the editor where we can write the contents of this email. So now once we've written the contents of our email, we can hyperlink some of the text and link that to the products that we're selling to the customer. So in this case, if we're selling a digital product like an ebook or an audio file or a software product or anything like that, we can house those products in something like Google Drive or Dropbox, for example. So this works exactly the same for any of those types of products I've just mentioned, okay? So now let's just say in this particular instance, we're selling an ebook on this order bump, and let's just pretend this is an ebook that's housed in my Google Drive. Come over to these little dots here, and I'm going to go to this option, which is share. And first thing I need to do, it will come up as restricted. So I need to, from the drop down, change this to anyone with the link. And now I click on copy link. So now this means anyone with this link will be able to access this ebook. So now I come back to my email, I highlight the text I want to hyperlink, select the link option, and then drop my link in here. So now when a customer clicks on this link, they'll be taken straight away to the ebook to access it. I click on save, and now my workflow is set up. That's all you need to do to set up this particular workflow for an order bump. So now if we go back to the funnel steps on the step configuration, we can see under the order bump here, all we've done at the moment is we've set up a tag, which is ebook order bump tag. So as soon as the customer on our page selects that they want this order bump added to their order, System.io will apply this tag to them. And then in the workflow section, we've set up, so what happens when someone is tagged with this tag? Well, what happens now is they're then sent this email, which we've just set up, and that email will contain the link for them to access that product that they've just said they want to purchase. So then if someone does not choose to buy your book or your order bump, whatever it is, but they do choose to buy your main product, they will not be sent the order bump because they haven't been added or they haven't been tagged with that tag. And then your last step here is you set up your pricing again, just here, how I showed you earlier in the video. So that's it. That's how you can set up your order bump in System.io with automatic product delivery, depending on what type of product you're selling in your order bump. Now, if you've got value out of this video, then please do like, share and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot, and I really appreciate it. And if you need more help with System.io, I've got lots of tutorials on my channel that you can find here.